Some.
And we are on second disc now.
That's probably the most frustrating thing for a pitcher is when you're having balls that are hit that are playable.
And they were playable.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They were definitely playable. I hate to say that. They were.
Well, the problem is, you got to realize Logan has not played since actually the beginning of the just a couple of games on the beginning of the season. That was it.
Well then,
and and he's having troubles that after healing up, but
and Brandon can play third.
Yep. Matter of fact, they only have Brandon in the game.
Exactly.
Ugh.
They don't even have Brandon in the game right now.
And there'll be no change at all.
Well, here we go. We got one ball and no strikes.
Yeah, at least Matthew got like a 5 or 6 minute rest there.
All right, here comes down the pitch from Hart. And that's in there for strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Boy, if there's any needs to be some strikeouts, now is the time. Here comes the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a foul back, strike number 2.
Like I said, when it gets bad, don't get all depressed, get angry, go after him.
Yeah, but he's still throwing slow.
Yeah, he is throwing too slow.
Yep. And he's got a curveball signal out. Matthews up throwing something. Change up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matthews' changeup today has not worked whatsoever.
No, only one time.
2-2 now is the count with 1 out. Here comes the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Ball 3, another full count.
That's only ball 2. Yeah, ball 3.
Yep. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's strike number 3. That's Matthews'
Second out.
Only 3rd strikeout this game.
That brings up their number 4, the cleanup batter, Gavin Lewis. Now Matty needs to buckle down and try to burn past him. Time to pull everything you have and go after him, right, Tim?
Yeah.
All right, here it comes. Matthew winds up, throws the ball. That's going to be in there, ball 1.
That was high.
That was high. It looked
Yeah,
like
it was high inside.
5-3 is the score. So Blackstone find themselves down by 2. Here comes out a pitch.
That's a strike.
And that was in there for strike
No
1.
doubt about that.
1 strike.
No doubt about that one. That was a strike, all right.
Errors, though, is what's messed up the game, though, for sure.
Yeah, it's 500 runs.
Here comes a pitch. When you think about the first error, and that's going to be in there for strike number 2, that foul back. But first error with Brandon Parrish, got the sun in his eyes, couldn't make that play out in the right field.
Yeah.
I don't blame that all on Brandon, but that happens. But it's an error, and
So this third inning has just been error after error for Blackstone.
And that was a changeup.
Now ball 2 again. Again, a lot of pitches.
Up ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He's approaching now high territory. He's almost up to 40 pitches this inning alone.
40 this inning.
Yeah.
Matthew looks, winds up, throws the ball. It's in there.
Ball.
Golly, that was close. Matthew's getting a little bit frustrating at the umpire now. Wow. Is that close, Kim?
Oh, yeah. This umpire ain't calling corners.
Yeah, that's what we're used to hitting.
Here comes down the pitch. Ball 4, and he walks another runner.
Now they start shooting.
Blake Smith will come up. And now here comes the manager out there. It looks like some equipment problems. He's at the bat.
Yeah, the catcher.
Yep. Well,
Now coming to the
boy, this umpire is calling him so tight. I wonder how Matthew Fitz is going to do coming up in the next game.
Yeah.
Following this one.
Well, the problem is becoming a hitting duel. Blackstone isn't a great hitting team. They're hit okay, but they don't have the powerful hitting that this Dinnwiddie team does. And Matthews is slowing it way down. Now they're trying to eat him alive.
And if Blackstone, was able to really, if they were able to make those plays, the score would be different. Here comes out a pitch. And that's in there for strike.
The runner will go to second.
No balls and 1 strike.
Yeah.
Runner goes in second, so runners on second and
So I'm
third.
checking on camera again.
We do have 2 outs, so Matthew needs to get them out of this inning. Here comes now the pitch, and that one's going to be ball. It may have been a little bit high.
Yeah, high outside.
So 1 ball and 1 strike. So Matthew don't need to think, he needs to throw.
Yep.
Here comes now the pitch. And it is going to be into the field, and there is going to be a base hit, and that will score another run. It's 6-3.
Shot, Blake.
That's a nice wrap right there.
Yeah.
That's just beautiful hit.
They've scored 5 unanswered points this inning.
Well, you said this earlier, Robbie, that Dinnwiddie America's a hitting team, but the thing is a lot of we've walked a lot. Here comes there was a bunt, fake a bunt, but that's going to be an hit for ball 1. Pulled back in time. Runner will go down to second base. So here comes Hart with another pitch. That's in there for strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I think it was having Matthew. He's gotten so frustrated now. He's just like he's able to hit those areas. He's starting to throw stuff he shouldn't be throwing.
All right, here comes now the wind up, the pitch, way low. And Matthews looks like he's having just a terrible time.
Yeah, he's just real frustrated.
So 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike number 2. That's what needs to be happening right there. Unbelievable here in the third inning. Blackstone's lost their lead and then fell way behind. Here comes out a pitch. And that's going to be another ball, another full count. And how many full counts have we had?
I don't know, it's a lot. I have to look at the situation chart. I can't
And
just look at
you can see
it.
he's frustrated too because this guy is not calling no corners.
Like 7.
All right, so here comes Matthew with a
I got one going away.
and that will be a strikeout, so number 4 for Matt. And so as we end the inning, that was a painful one. 5 unearned runs, or actually, 5 unearned runs in this one. It is 6-3 in favor of Dinnwiddie. We'll be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
What does your world sound like? That's geography, the music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
Logan Powell coming up.
All right, we're back, and Lau will stay in there as pitching for Dinnwiddie Nationals. All right, here we go. Logan's up, and that one's going to be high for ball 1.
Now, but here's the thing with Blackstone. They're not out of this thing by any stretch of the imagination. What they need to do now is use that same technique against them. This umpire
And this one's a hard hit ball. And, it's a missed one. And Logan Powell's going to try to make it a second. He ain't going to make it. Back on one of they cheek. Why in the world did he send the guy to the broken leg?
Mistakes, my friend.
Excellent throw by the right fielder.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, man. Logan doesn't have the speed, though, right now to send him to second.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Hate to say it.
No.
Mistakes, my friend. They'll get you in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
That brings up Matthew Hart, who's now looking at empty bases now.
Yep. That could have put us back in his ball game if Pat should hit one out, but
I just need to hit the ball.
here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was way above.
Yep, they're swinging everything
Yep.
now.
All right, they're in big trouble, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I'm so mean to get frustrated, but doggone it. Perfect opportunity, and we just blew it. Oh, where it goes. Oh, boy. Here comes Lyle with a pitch. And that one's going to be in the air for ball one.
This umpire, if he's fair, he's calling very tight strike zones. Use that against him. Don't give him stuff. If he's going to call such a tight strike zone, guess what? Use it against him. Don't wait for your pitch and only swing it if it's in that strike zone.
And they give Matthew up. And that one's going to way back to the field, and that's going to be easily caught at the left field fence. That thing went all the way to almost to the fence there.
No, it wasn't close. It was a good 20 feet from the fence.
It was a good 20 feet, but it was a nice hit. But that was a changeup, and I think Matt wasn't quite ready for it. That's out number 2.
That brings Drew Pumphrey to bat now. Drew is 1 for 1 today with 2 RBIs.
Now batting number 10, Andrew Pumphrey.
Well, they worked our pitcher, wore him right down.
And we aren't working theirs.
And we're not working theirs on the other side.
Yep. I mean, you notice every one of their batters never swung at any of the first pitches, no matter what.
No.
That's
the way it's supposed to be.
And they didn't swing at all until Matthew threw a strike. And they were able to burn. That's how they burned Matthew out. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Smart coaching.
Smart coaching.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we aren't doing that. I don't know why.
Well, we never have. And that was in there for strike number 1, or ball 1.
That's ball.
Yep. I thought it was. I mean, they. Oh, well. Now Lau will step off the plate. And I think they got the take on. That's in there for ball number 2.
Like I said, this umpire has a very tight strike zone. He's going to be that way towards us. Use it against him. Make their pitches.
He's going to do it 2 outs in.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Here comes the next pitch. This one's down in the dirt. And it's going to be 3 balls and no strike to Drew. Thing is, Drew Pumphrey is kind of slow, so you hate to have him the first one on base, but he's a good hitter.
I'd say at this point, if you're going to win this game, it's going to be done to burn their pitch out. And right now, that's ball 2. See? He just waited on him, and 4 throws right in a row. Balls. They have the same problem we do, but we're not taking advantage.
Yeah, no.
We're just swinging at everything. We're swinging on the first pitches, and Matt was doing the same thing. I hate to tell him that. RD up bat. RD popped one out earlier.
All right, here comes out the pitch.
Now the strike.
That was in there for strike number 1.
Now you know it's coming. So now you can have to go after it.
Thing is, they shut Matthew completely down on the batting side. Here comes now the pitch. Oh, and a changeup. RD bit, hook, line, and sinker.
Yep.
Well, I wonder if they'll bring Matt out pitching again, or.
Well, how many pitches does he have total now?
80-some. 80.
Yeah.
If he's got, does he?
89.
No, he doesn't need to be pitching.
Yeah. They got to bring. He lost all the zip anyway. I don't think he's gonna. It's time to start rotating through your pitchers, 1 inning each.
And that's going to be.
That would have been high too.
Yep, that's going to be.
2
back, but 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yep. And their pitcher's only 33, so he's not even working hard right now.
Come on, Ethan, you got this.
So, Hal winds up. Here comes the pitch. That's in there for ball number 3.
Again, we're going to have to work this pitcher. If it's not a perfect pitch, don't be swinging at it.
A ball 2, rather. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, but RD wants to hit the ball. And he does on that one, but it easily goes to the second base. Nice play for third and final out.
High one.
So 3 up and 3 down, actually. And as we come now, going to the bottom of the fourth, it is now 6-3 still. Dinnwiddie leading over Blackstone. Be right back after this.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Well, I can't believe it. I do believe why they brought Josh Bond in.
Yeah,
Matt was
that
having into trouble and was up to 80 pitches.
Yeah, Matt just pitched way
But they
too
done
many
took
pitches.
Matthew Hart completely out of the ball game.
I don't tell you. Well, I hope there's a strategy behind it. That's all I can say.
They just took their best ball player out of the game. I don't know what kind of strategy that could be.
Well,
I don't either.
I don't know. I'm not sure what. Again, I'm not sure what. Yeah, we're just again. The problem we're having right now is Blackstone's having is Blackstone's self-destructive. That's the problem. They're beating themselves. I'd hate to tell them that. They are kind of beating themselves. I mean, doing that should just sat back there and capitalized on it, which is exactly what they should have done. So, good on Dewey National, but I hate to see a ball game.
So that means Matt's
lost that way.
Matt's not batting either, right?
No, I can't imagine taking him out of batting rotation. It may not. It may be a moot point, though. Honestly, and the way they're going, they're 3 up, 3 down the last 2 innings. He may not bat again, anyways.
Unless they're going to bring Matt back into pinch hit. The only thing I can think of.
I don't know what. Again, I'm not sure what they're doing. Maybe Randy got mad at him or something and pulled him out. I don't know.
I mean, they put Cabronson in at second base. Why in the world didn't they bring? What I would have done is I would have took Morris, maybe even put him at second base, put Matt at shortstop.
So basically,
and bring third base, and I'd bring Brandon Parrish at third base. You see what I'm saying? And that would have been a more best,
better defensively.
I don't know if Randy's just gotten real mad and upset, and that's why he's moved. I mean, this is crazy. I don't understand it. Tim, you know more about baseball than I do. Maybe there is a strategy behind it. I can't figure it out.
There's no strategy behind this.
Me too. Here comes down the pitch. Way low, ball 1.
Curveball, first pitch.
Curveball, first pitch. All right. Here comes down the next pitch. And that was a fastball went in there for ball 1. Ball 2, rather.
Come on, you got this.
I mean, here comes the next pitch. That's in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Oh, by the way, Thomas Sanchez at the bat now for Dinnwiddie National. If you're Dinnwiddie, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great.
Here comes the next pitch. Hard hit ball, and it goes right to Morris. And they bobble it out in the field. He's going to go to third. And he tripped on third base, which is the only thing he can get an infield home run.
And again, in center field, they just let it go right to the fence.
Yep. Again, I've said before, you hate to see a team lose that way.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't want to see any team lose this way. Self-destruct like that is not good.
Here comes the next pitch. That one's way down here in the dirt for ball one. It doesn't look good for Blackstone, that's for sure. Here comes out a pitch. And that was below again, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, I imagine, okay, curveball coming up. See the sign. Here comes out a pitch. And that's going to be in there for strike one. Was that a curve, though, Tim?
No, that was fast. Fastball.
All right, Randy gives a curveball signal, and that was in there for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Wow. Here comes the pitch. And that's ball 4. And here we go. And they may need, this game is not out of, we can't give up yet. This ball game is not over.
But that's the problem right there, John. You wouldn't have made the move that you made in the field if you had.
I may have taken Matt out.
No, yeah, oh yeah, but we wouldn't have took him out of the game and then made the other defensive changes that was made.
Yeah, that was a little odd, I gotta say.
We've got, for instance, we got our second string left fielder in. He's the one that couldn't get over and get, when the ball was hit out there and it got past him, went all the way to the fence for a triple. And that was going in there with strike one. And they tried to almost got away from it third base. Oh, come on, guys. Every run is bad news because if that other pitcher runs into trouble, we can catch up very, very
Blackstone
quickly.
could catch up, but I think here's the problem. Blackstone's already defeated themselves in their own mind.
Oh yeah,
that's where the problem is.
Well, that's where a good coach or a good manager will kind of get their team motivated and push them in the right direction.
Yeah, I just don't understand what's going. I just don't understand what's going on. Right now, you got to be throwing your best at this other team. You can't be, this is not the time to be doing experiments or playing fair.
No.
Well, I don't know either.
This is win or go home.
Yep.
Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's in there for strike 2, thank goodness. Wow. Poor Josh Bond. He's out there looking at 1 ball and 2 strikes right now. But see what he can do. Here comes out a pitch. That was a curveball.
Yeah, curveball got him.
And that was strikeout number 1.
That brings up, I believe, that'll bring up a top batting order, Zach Maitland.
One out.
All right, here comes down the pitch. That one's down, and boy, that one hit.
There goes the
They're going to bring it in, and another score. Doggone it. 7-3 now.
I tell you before,
that's curveball.
I tell you before, the problem with Blackstone right now, they beat themselves in their own mind. That's what's happening. Yeah. They now think they can't win, and when you can't win, you start not caring. Look at their infield's not even ready for the ball when it throws now. It's not a good situation.
Well, you don't take your best ball player and pull him out of the game. And there goes a hard hit.
That's Clark. It's hitting it. Oh, no, just missed it.
I didn't see where now is not the time to bring your second string in.
Yeah, I think had to bring Josh. I said they probably did have to bring Josh.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice strike.
They definitely had to bring Josh in because for no reason, Matthew's done. He was too tired. Those 50 pitches in 1 inning just killed him. There's too many pitches too fast. But
and another strikeout by Josh Bond. Good job, Josh.
The problem is right now Blackstone's entire infield is thinking we can't win this game, and that's where the problem is. That needs to be stomped out at the source and killed very quick because it spreads like cancer through the entire team.
Yeah.
All right. Josh Bond winds up, swinging and miss. Strike number 1, and they're just swinging everything with Josh.
Yeah.
Which is good. Maybe that will, light a fire underneath their feet a little bit and You know, but you hate to see a team, like I said, go down with something like this. All right, here comes the next pitch, and this one's a hard hit ball. This one goes to Morris. Morris is going to try to shoot it, and he will get out a third and final out. So another run will score, and it's now 7-3 in favor of favor of Dinnwiddie over Blackstone, and we'll be right back right after this.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge, and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Nurse, set up an IV. And you, her boyfriend, you were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to hurt her. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Just buzzed? Oh, then your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great.
She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stat.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
All right, back here at Leonard Field at 7-3. Dinnwiddie National are ahead of Blackstone right now, and Blackstone is just kind of beating themselves up, and that's one thing they've got to stop now and try to get. Now they got a new pitcher in.
And if the coach is watching, they're seeing that he's throwing everything very, very low. So
Wallace
going up there and waiting until a thrown strike before they swing.
Wallace ran into trouble yesterday, folks. Remember that. He was the one that.
Yeah, they're not out of this game by any stretch.
No, they're not. So they can't.
But
they
they've
got
got to
that,
think they're not. That's the problem. I think Blackstone, in many ways, thinks they can't win, and that needs to be stomped out. You need to come back and say, "Listen, guys, you can win this game. This is far. This is so far from over. You come back from a lot worse than this and won before in the past."
Well, we'll see what happens because.
But you're right. Wait on the pitch. Make him throw that first strike. Then you can go after it.
Yeah.
All right, who's this up now?
That brings up Jacob Morris, the bat for the Blackstone All-Stars.
Jacob Lawson and Coleman is up. No 3 up and 3 downs either. Got to work this guy.
Yeah.
Here comes now the pitch. And that was in there for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
Again,
he should be taken.
Exactly. Take it until he throws. Make him throw you a strike first.
All right, here it comes down, the wind up and the pitch.
There you go.
That was in there for ball 2.
See, he hasn't thrown a strike yet.
Exactly.
Take it down. On your turn.
Like I said, this game's far from over. It's frustrating is in here for us because we kind of root for Blacks. We are kind of biased.
Yeah, well, of course we are. Here comes the pitch, and that is a strike right there.
Now he's on a strike. Now you can settle down and go after it.
But see, we can, if they can get on base, somehow get on base, and then have our big hitters come up, we can get back in the ball game.
Yep.
Here comes down the pitch. Way high. That's ball.
That was
number 3.
That was
3 balls and no strike.
That was the space shuttle they launched yesterday, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. So here's an important pitch for Blackstone, and a hard hit ball, and it's going to go and going, and it is gone.
Good hit by Jacob.
Jacob Morris got a hold of one and knocks one out.
It would be nice to have a few people on base, but you know what? We said it before. Hitting is contagious, right?
That is exactly right. And that's Peyton Lawson, DJ Coleman.
And if ever, even if only 1 run, if ever Blackstone needed a shot in the arm to get him to wake up, that was it right there.
Yep. Nice hit by Jacob Morris as he takes one all the way to the fence.
Now back to 3-point ball game again.
Yep. And like you said, Blackstone's not out of it.
Yep. Not by any stretch of the imagination.
Now they got to buckle down and be patient and start getting runners on the base.
Yep. This brings up Peyton Lawson to bat now.
Peyton Lawson can hit the ball. He's a pretty good power hitter. And that one's going to be high for ball one, and here we
Wait
go.
on that first pitch.
Exactly.
Make him throw a strike, because I haven't seen this guy really throw any strikes yet. Maybe that one that got taken out of the park.
Here comes now this pitch. Late. That one's way low for ball two. And this is where Dinnwiddie got in trouble yesterday.
I think what happened is Dinnwiddie got a little too overconfident, and Blackstone's having a problem, and they pulled their other pitcher who was actually having good success.
Well, he may be out of innings.
That's true.
That was going to be in there for ball three. 3 balls and no strikes.
They're going to call, if he walks, they will call a ball. They'll call a timeout, I imagine.
Hopefully he doesn't swing at anything.
Here comes a
here.
pitch. That is a strike.
You may
I'd take the next pitch.
Yes.
I don't know. I think I'd be very, I would not swing because you got to get on base right now.
Yeah, the pitcher
by hook or crook, you got to get on base. Here comes the pitch by Wallace. And that is tap that one in there.
Now you got to protect it.
All right, got to protect.
But don't be dumb.
Yeah, but don't be dumb, that's for sure. Important pitch. Every pitch is important, but here it comes, and this one's going to be way low. Ball 4.
There you go. You just made him throw a whole bunch of pitches for nothing.
And now that will bring up DJ Coleman, and then they're coming back to the top of the lineup with no outs.
Yep. DJ 1 for 1 for they had a nice hit back in the second.
Assuming they don't take Matthew out. Here comes the pitch. That one's way high for ball 1. Lawson, don't take any chances. Don't get thrown out. Don't do anything stupid on the base running.
Exactly.
Maybe that home run by Morris can ignite something. Here comes out a pitch. And that one is in a strike there. Don't get crazy. One ball and 1 strike.
Again, work this pitcher. I mean, they've already made him throw more pitches than the last one.
Yeah.
Yep. Here comes Wallace with a pitch. Way down in the dirt.
There goes a runner to second.
There goes a runner to second. He's in scoring position and with no outs.
No ball. That places 2 balls now.
2 balls and 1 strike. DJ needs to be very patient once again because we're only 3 down. Here comes down the pitch. And he broke. What did he do there?
That was I'm not sure why he went after that one.
Well, that'll bring the count 2-2. And you don't want to stop the rally right now.
You don't want to give stuff to him here. DJ can hit though. I mean, have faith in him. He can hit.
Well, the kids can hit, but don't hit bad ones.
That's true.
Here comes down the pitch. And that one's going to be ball number 3. The count goes full.
And now that...
Thankfully that umpire doesn't call corners because he should have got rung up right there.
Yep, I concur. I thought that was a strike. I'm so used to seeing those corner shots, strikes, that even it threw me off there.
All right, here comes the pitch. Full count. Strike 3 and he's out.
That brings top of our batting order up, I believe.
Yep. Josh Bond.
Josh Bond again. He better be patient. If there's any time for a comeback, now it is. Now's the time. I mean, Jacob Morris hit that home run, so Josh Bond don't need to get too home run happy and then swing at the ball and get out. Anything in this infield, they have been they've been good.
Just a base shot. That's all we need, right? We're down 3 runs.
3 runs right now. It's only in the 5th inning, so
you still come back.
You still got, and you got some of your best players coming up. That one's going to be way low for ball 1.
Hey, if he wants to walk, you let him.
It's 1 ball and no strike now to Josh Bond. Brandon Parrish. Brandon's the one that don't like to walk. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know.
Here comes the windup. Here comes the pitch. That one's going to be sky high for ball 2.
Yeah, this pitcher's having all sorts of control problems. I dare say, I've been criticizing Blackstone. I got criticized Dinnwiddie National. If they didn't have to take their last pitcher out, they made a mistake by pulling him out.
Here comes down the pitch. This one's going to be low. That's in there for ball 3. Jacob Morris will hit the second base.
Second base.
I mean,
third
base.
Parrish.
That's that third base over there, bud.
All right, they've had a rough time this game, guys.
Good thing they don't allow drinking here at the field because you'd be enamored right now.
Here comes down the pitch.
Oh,
way behind him. Ball number 4. And that will bring up
Parrish. Brandon.
They have taken...
I got to say that they're pulling him out again. They bring John Davis, what was his name? I don't have his full name.
Well, but he had some trouble too.
He had a lot of trouble. This is Zach Maitland. I'm sorry.
Maitland had problems. Maitland's supposed to be. I was surprised. I thought Maitland had done real well.
Time, follow through.
I mean, poor Wallace. Wallace had a hard time there.
Yep.
Wallace. And frankly, I got to say, if you're Dinnwiddie, you had to do this because the mood was swinging against you very fast.
Zach Maitland.
Well, I'm going to say this, and I hope umpire don't change his consistency. But here's the thing, and Tim, you probably agree with me on this. The reason also all these pitchers are having a lot of trouble, he's very tight strike zone.
Oh yeah. When you're not calling the corners and everything like it says in the rule book, it takes a lot of it out of a pitcher because then you have to place the ball down the middle.
And I said, work this guy too.
Now what I'm worried about is what I'm worried about is Brandon Parrish. You got one out.
Yeah.
All right, you've got.
Well, Brandon's relaxed. Not take that first pitch.
He's got to take that pitch. The take sign should be on.
Yep.
Coming up.
Oh yeah, until a strike is thrown.
Exactly. Make them throw a strike to you. After that first strike, then you can go after it. This hot weather is eating pitchers for lunch today. They're eating for dinner rather.
Man on third, baby. Come home, bad ball.
Now batting, Brandon Parrish.
Now we'll see what takes place here. Runners on first and third right now for Blackstone. Tying run is at the plate right now with Brandon Parrish. Here comes Maitland with a pitch. That one's going to be low for ball one.
What are you doing? Get back.
Yeah, what
are they doing here? What are they going to do? Did he stay?
No, he's out.
Oh, he was out.
That's way, come on.
Why did they do that? I don't believe it. Tim, I don't believe it.
Oh, my goodness.
Now with your best hitters coming up, I don't believe it.
He just literally took the bats out of these guys' hands.
I don't believe it.
I think the Dinnwiddie coach said it best. They're trying to lose.
Yeah, they are. They're trying to lose.
I don't believe it. Why did Randy send that boy in?
He should have never even been off the bag like that with the meat of your lineup
and
coming
Brandon swung at that one. That one's in there for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's a morale killer too, unfortunately.
I don't believe it. We have a chance in tying this ball game up. And he took the bats right into these boys' hands. Lord have mercy. Here comes down the next pitch.
Strike
In
two.
there for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Just literally took.
Finish low, baby.
Jeez, I can't even say anything.
You don't know. Here's a changeup. Brandon Parrish will foul it back.
That's what I hang tough. Give yourself another chance.
I have never seen anything like it. I'm sorry, folks. I don't mean to get,
Come on, Zach.
I hate to see it lose like this.
This is not a good way. We're a much better team than this. And Brandon Parrish slices at that one. It goes foul, and his count remained 1 ball and 2 strikes. Woo. I'm going to need a drink after this one.
I'll buy you there, Sloan there. Buy you around.
Man, oh man. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And they got to work Maitland, and they haven't really done that too well either. And this one's a pop-up. That was a changeup.
Oh, he's running out.
And anyway, third and final out. So,
Way to call it, Zach.
we got 1 back, and that's about it. That make it 4-7, and we will be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge, and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Two-step.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Watch out.
Well, I'm sitting there trying to think of all these changes. Well, they still got Matthew. They took Matthew out of the game. It's only a 3-run game. I don't understand it.
Well, I'll tell you. Well, not just Matthew. Logan's out too.
Yeah, but Logan was more of a hamper on third.
Yeah, we was having trouble on third because of his buddy. I mean,
well, they need to hold him here. Again, it's not out over yet.
And that was in there for ball 1. Oh, boy. I just can't believe it. Okay, here comes the next pitch. And that's in there for ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. And you know what? If Josh starts to run into trouble,
bring Pumphrey in quick.
I would bring Pumphrey in.
He's been catching all day though.
Yeah, he can't. Bring what's his name in?
Well, I think I'd bring maybe Peyton Lawson in.
Yeah, Lawson. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Here comes now the pitch. And that's in there for strike number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I got to hand it to Josh, though.
He's coming in holding tough against a very tough team here.
Yep, and a change up and got him on a strikeout.
Yeah, curveball.
So,
Now batting number 3, Gavin.
Don't know what happened to them, why they would pull Matt out when there's no DeVar. You'd want your best players. You know, Matt's also a very, very good shortstop.
Gavin Lewis is the bat now for Dinnwiddie.
He's a good second baseman too. I mean, beyond Smith.
I think Dinnwiddie coached that best. They're trying. And there's a good hit.
Here comes down a hit. And there is a mistake by Morris, and that should have been an easy out.
Yep.
And ring the smart bell once again. Oh.
So another error, unfortunately. It's just been kind of the name of the game for Blackstone today, unfortunately, for Blackstone. Dewey National is not upset, though. They're like, I bet.
Yeah. Well, I guess they're not.
Come on, Blake. I'm shutting in a minute.
Here comes now the pitch. This one's going to be high. Ball 1. Runner on first base. Lewis got on board. Here comes down the pitch. But that was going to be in there for ball 2. And I'm gonna have to give kudos to Josh. Josh is trying to hang in there the best he can. That's not what I'm upset about. Here comes down the next pitch. This was a changeup, and that one drops in there for a strike, believe it or not.
Smith Blake here has had 2 hits today.
And that one's in there for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Ryan Dalton's playing first base. And a swing and a miss in there for strike number 2. That brings the count to full. Here comes down the pitch. And strike number 3. What a pitch by Josh. Hey,
I'm looking at it.
I got to give it to him. The boys hung in there. And I guarantee you guys, when you're only 3 run down, doggone it, you want. And I'm not so sure if Matt's going to be able to bat.
Lance Dalton to bat now. Ball.
That's in there for ball 1.
Lance Dalton.
Oh, here comes the windup and the pitch. This one's a little high
that was
for
a close one,
ball
though.
two balls and one strike.
You're right about one thing. This umpire does not like those corners, does he?
No.
If you're not taking it down the middle,
And that one went right into
there's
the
a runner
dirt.
second, no doubt. He'll make it easily.
Yep.
You know, and what's really happened, I think that Dinnwiddie National, they noticed that early on, what was happening with the umpire, and they just took advantage of it. It's like Blackstone just can't get the point across what's going on with that. It's a
And
strike.
that's going in as strike number 2.
Then pull back in
Or number
time.
1, rather. 3 balls and 1 strike. Josh Bond relieved Matthew. Matthew's had a pretty rough time, but he's pitched a lot of pitches. Here comes the next pitch. And this one's a hard hit ball. And this one will get right past Brandon. And this one's going to score at least another run. That's 8 now to 4. And it's slide in on a double. That got past him. And now he's going in there. Don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, guys.
Well, that's going to be an infield home run, so congratulations to him for making that one. That was a good hit by him. Unfortunately, as we see, once again, another error by Blackstone calls that one to come in. Yep. Where's the infield home run?
Here comes out a pitch, swing and a miss. Well, what can I say? Swing and a miss in there for strike 2. I mean, it was almost like, all right, bring in Josh Bond, and Josh Bond's got to win it for the entire team.
Yeah, that's too much pressure.
There's just too much pressure on one kid.
That last out there.
And that last high. Okay, folks, some more runs scored, 2 runs, in fact. That makes it, now it's 9-4. We'll be right back. Blackstone's last ups. We'll be right back after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
And here's the first pitch.
And they swing at it, and there was a ball.
That was high, and he swung and missed. Strike 1. Well, swing at everything, I guess. Here comes now the pitch. And that was high, and he swung at that. And there for strike number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, unbelievable. There should have been 2 balls and no strikes. Instead, it's no balls and should have been 2 balls and no strikes. Instead, it's no balls and 2 strikes. What can I say?
And Blackstone's kind of defeating himself. I hate to say that, but
Yeah, here comes curveball.
Yep.
Nope.
And that was in there for ball 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That looked pretty darn good.
like I said, I got to give
That looked like a hit
kudos.
right there in the corner.
I got to give kudos to Dinnwiddie Nash for recognizing this, what his umpire's doing, and just taking advantage of it. I just don't know why Blackstone never saw what's going on.
Yep. And it hits a hard one to the third base.
Beautiful catch by the center field.
All right, we got to give kudos to that. That was a line drive to center field. And this is probably Matthew's last bat playing in the thing. So See what happens. This will be Matthew's last bet, folks, probably. Imagine.
With a 5-point run, you say, why not? Just throw it to him. I got him out so you can get past him.
All right, here comes now the pitch. That was going to be fall short. They're not going to pitch to Matthew.
Yeah.
What is their catcher doing?
He's shooting on the edges.
Oh, is he trying to lean again?
Yeah, I can't see because the wall is in the way.
All right, no balls and 1 strike to Hart and a Cobra. And this one's going to be a slice one. That's going to go fair, and that's fair ball. So Matthew's last bat ends up being a single and gets him to first base.
That brings up Drew Pumphrey, who's actually had a measure of success tonight with 1 and 2 and 1 and 1, 1 walk, and he had a nice single earlier as well, 2 RBIs.
Drew. All right. Here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be in there for for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. And now there's a timeout being called by the coach of Dinnwiddie. Kyle, he's probably sitting there, just throw him bad. He'll swing at it.
Well, I don't know about that, but
no, I don't know about that either. But I mean, that's a sarcastic remark.
Well, you gotta give kudos to Dinnwiddie pitching staff. They recognize the way this umpire calls early. They recognized it probably early in the game. You know what? And they relentlessly use that. I mean,
but what gets me is why in the world we were catching up, had a rally going, and what did we do he had no chance of making it to home. And what did he do? They tried to steal home, and it was an easy out.
I don't know what they were thinking.
That was,
I gotta say, I'm not really sure what the.
All right, here comes out a pitch. That one's going to be a little bit outside, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. But I mean,
I'd say just too many mistakes by Blackstone. They lost the game for themselves.
Yeah.
Yep. So here comes now, wind up in the pitch. And this one's going to be a easy out at second base. And they get Matthew out at second. Try to turn 2. Didn't quite get it. And Blackstone will be down to their last out, folks.
Use the bag, boys. Use the bag. You got this 1-1. Not hard, babe.
Game coming up after this will be Prince Edward Farmville.
Yep.
Swing and a miss. Ryan Dalton will be up, and he will. He might be the last out. Poor guy was last out the last time.
Yeah, he just can't win, can he?
Yep.
You always hate to be the last batter of a team there.
Yep. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and he hits the ball. That goes foul. That's strike number 2.
It's too high once he's taken out.
Last chance for the 50-50 during this game. He's coming around right now.
Blackstone, unfortunately, folks, kind of beat themselves.
Yeah, they did.
They faced 2 opponents, actually. They faced Dinnwiddie Nationals, and then they faced themselves. And themselves wouldn't really beat them.
Well, when you got 10 errors in one game, you can't expect to win.
Yep. And this one's going to be an easy one. They're going to throw it to second. And the third and final out. And Blackstone will go home. And Dinnwiddie Nationals ends up winning, and they will advance. We'll be right back right after these messages and to wrap things up.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether